host Molina with Project Cars. Today we're going to be discussing the best way to get as much points on your judging sheet when you're doing car shows. We've been doing car shows for over 25 years now, everything from hot import nights to sanctioned lowrider shows, Texas heat wave, and a lot of import face-offs. And we got a little bit of knowledge, and we want to impart that knowledge to you so you can get the most points when you go to compete in car shows. We're going to go over 6 different things, and hopefully we'll be able to do it all in one take. Well, we're going to be going over cleanliness, opening everything, displays, mod lists, interacting with judge, and asking. First and foremost is cleanliness. Back in 2002, after driving over 800 miles to Dallas, I was in line waiting for hot import nights, and what I did is I took off the wheels and cleaned the inner barrels, cleaned the inside of the fenders, and just cleaned as much as possible before I got into the show. Well, that attention to detail helped me get best 4-door at hot import nights back when it was huge. And so what you want to do is you want to clean as much as possible when you go into a car show. I mean, get some Q-tips, go into the vents, go into the engine bay, take any kind of roughage that's in the engine bay like leaves or just dirt. Get as much dirt off as possible. Clean your rims, clean the inside of the rims, clean the inside of your fenders. Make sure your paint job is flawless, doesn't have any swirls from none of the waxes that you use. I mean, you want your car to look like it's better than showroom quality. Another thing that we've encountered that most people lose points at shows is that they don't open everything on their vehicle. You need to open up your doors, your trunks, your hoods, show off your suspension if you can, lift up the vehicle, take one wheel off, show off what you've done to the vehicle. If it's not open, some judges won't judge it, even though if you have fiberglass all over your interior and leather and suede and just some custom work, if the doors aren't open or the windows aren't down, they're not going to judge. So, you know, some of you might say, hey, well, you know, at car shows it looks a lot better when my doors are closed and my hood's down, you know, to get pictures. You're showing your car. You're not taking pictures. Take pictures after the show. This is a car show, so show off everything you have. Another thing that people fail to do is to properly display their vehicle. Not everyone is going to have the ability to purchase, you know, a turntable for their vehicle and chrome stanchions and all these great things that you see with these guys that have been doing this for years and years and years. What you can do is get a few $100, go to Home Depot, buy yourself a rug or some type of AstroTurf, get a little display that's showing all your information about your vehicle and something to section off your vehicle. Display, some judges give up to 10 points for display. That's 10 points you can use to possibly beat somebody else out. Your vehicle. No one's going to know more about your vehicle than yourself. So make sure that you have a mod list that encompasses everything that you've done to your vehicle. What we like to do is we like to separate our mod list by performance, interior, exterior, suspension, and ice. And then we break it down on the mod list. And we have, on the other side of the mod list, we have pictures showing anything that's custom or things you can't really see by just visual inspection, like cam gears or suspension underneath the body of the vehicle. And we have 2 copies of this. One we put in the dash and one we put on the driver's door. So if we're not around for whatever reason, the judge can look at that judge sheet and just go over everything that you have. Now, we have to warn you, don't cheat. You know, don't put on things that was done at the dealership. So if you have a Mustang GT500, don't list the supercharger because you didn't put that on. That came with the car. If you have a Nismo GTR, don't list the carbon fiber side skirts because that came with the car. Make sure you list everything that's custom, that you've added onto the car or you changed out, like an engine swap or something. Don't do something that how you got the car from the dealership or how somebody else got the car from the dealership. Don't cheat. Interacting with the judge. Now, some judges, just like vehicles, they're all different, and some judges are going to want to talk to you, other judges don't want to talk to you. Be very polite, and when you see the judge approaching your car, ask him, excuse me, would you like me to discuss my mods on my vehicle? If they say yes, then what we do, same like the mod sheet, go down by performance, interior, exterior, suspension, and ice, and make sure that you list everything that's on your mod sheet. So like I said, some judges will not want to listen to you, but at least make that effort. The last thing we want to go over is asking for advice. And the person you want to ask for advice is the person that just graded your car for the show. Approach them after the show, after they're done, and just ask them, say, hey, I want to make sure at the next event I do better than what I did at this event. What would you suggest that I change? Now, don't get your feelings hurt. Hope your skin is thicker than cotton, and listen to what this person has to say, because he's the one that gave you a 5 instead of a 10. So if he tells you, hey, next time, make sure next time you clean your engine bay, or next time take your wheel off, or next time blah blah blah, do that. Especially if he's going to be at another show you're going to judge, because then they're going to see effort. So in this portion, we discussed how to maximize your points at events. We went over cleanliness, opening everything, displays, your mod list, interacting with the judge, and asking for advice. Hopefully, if you do these things, you're going to maximize your points and do better at your next events. And until then, we'll see you at the shows.